Hello, hello, sweet honeybees. Welcome back to the Electric Honey Pot, where energy is the nectar of life. If you're new here, my name is Autumn, and I am so very grateful that you are here, giving me a chance, giving my channel a chance. Thank you for providing inspiration and for giving me something to look forward to. I am back with another collective message. The theme of today's message has a lot of energy of control and domination. We all know that there has been a lot of that in the world. A lot of us have probably been feeling pretty powerless as more truth is starting to come into the light. But I feel like the energy of this reading is more about our own personal need to control and dominate. And that comes from a fear response. We feel like we need to control and dominate the world around us and the people around us when we are stuck in survival mode. It comes from this state of fear, which diminishes our own personal power. The truth is, we have more power than what we give ourselves credit for. But true power comes from within, not having the power over others. The only thing that we are ever truly in control over is ourselves and how we choose to respond to situations, how we choose to react, how we choose to be, what actions we take. And this isn't to shame anyone that may be struggling with feeling the need to control or dominate others. This is something that I personally have struggled with myself. It's something that I have struggled with a lot, off and on. But I've actually had some realizations today that I would like to share with you guys that I think might help someone else that has been struggling with this. And the cards are definitely here to support me in providing this message for you. The card that came out on the altar today, once again, I gotta cover up. Please, YouTube, free the tatas. But we have the Earth Mother, birth, coming out. In a traditional deck, this is the mother, it is the Queen of Pentacles, which is definitely about motherly energy and providing and nurturing, helping others through the abundance that she has. And this card coming out, on the bottom of the deck, we had the Delight card, which has also shown up recently in a reading. I will link the reading that one came to down in the description box below if you would like to check that one out as well. But on the top of the deck, we had Conflict come out, Five of Fire. And then I drew one more card to kind of help get a better understanding of the relationship between these three cards. Alpha Draconians. There is that controlling, need to dominate everything kind of energy. And the way I interpret this, whenever we have these situations that trigger us, these situations that we feel like we need to control because it upsets us in some way, we feel like it's wrong, it's unethical, we may feel like it is a negative influence on the world. We have the choice to either allow the situation to birth conflict in our lives by taking it on, feeling this need to fight it, or we could birth something greater out of it by seeing it as this opportunity to share our wisdom, to focus on our creations, our own knowledge. We can't force anyone to see the world the way that we do, but what we can do is share our own voices through our own creations. I have personally been guilty of this recently because there have most definitely been some things being created that I do not agree with, that I feel are harmful to where I would like to see society and humanity evolve to. And I have most definitely stepped into that energy of conflict at times where I butt heads with those that are creating these things that I do not agree with. But this is where that realization came in that I want to share with you guys. Rather than using my fire, my passion for wanting the world to be a better place to engage in conflict with the people that are creating these things, my time, energy, and wisdom would be better placed, better utilized, and even better received by focusing on my own creations, what it is that I want to be birthing. We are all allowed to have perspectives and opinions. The way you think and feel about things is important, and you have every right to utilize your voice and to share those things. But the way we go about sharing can either make or break the message that we have for others. This is just something that I have been reflecting on in my own personal life that I feel like could help other people too. I see a lot of people out there that have really good things to say, and they get a lot of backlash when they share in the wrong kinds of environments or in the wrong way. And I just want to encourage you to build something of your own. What are you creating? Are you just consuming and then participating in whatever you're consuming? Or are you a powerful creator? Don't let them waste your time and your energy. Use that energy for you to build you up, to make your own place in this world. I would love to see what comes out of the tarot with this message. The Five of Swords. You know that you're holding divine wisdom. You have found the pearl. You are the pearl. You have been through so many toxic things, and you have learned how to transform all of that experience that you have, all of those painful experiences that were harmful to you, into this divine wisdom, the pearl. You've got something special. And there are a lot of snakes out there. There are a lot of people out there that are still living in that underworld energy that threaten the wisdom that you have gained. Don't let them get a hold of you. You have the ability to fly. You don't have to slither on the ground with them. You can choose to flap your wings and fly away with that pearl at any moment. Wasn't there something in the Bible about not casting your pearls before swine? And that's not to place yourself upon a pedestal, because you are only human in this life and you are no better than any other person on this planet, just as I am not better than any other person on this planet. But there are going to be some people that get it, and there are going to be some people that don't. Build your own space, your own community, your own platform to attract the people that do get it, versus allowing the ones that don't to zap all of your energy from you. You know how powerful you are. You know how brightly your light shines. But when you assert yourself in these situations and try to dominate or control others that maybe don't hold the same kind of depth that you do, it diminishes that light within you. It just gives them more reason to paint you as something that you're not. Because they didn't go into that deep internal cave the way that you did. They haven't discovered the same fire that you've discovered. They haven't discovered the same diamonds that you have. And it's not to say that they don't have their own fire or their own diamonds either, because we all do. We all have things to teach, and we all have things to learn. Some of us are just more focused on creating the magic versus these earthly matters. Don't make yourself a martyr. Don't let that snake get a hold of you. You're meant to rise above it. When you see something that you want to speak up about, go to your platform and do it. Whoop. Don't go to battle against them. Rise up as your own teacher. Rise up as your own authority. Because perhaps this is what is leaving you in this state of lack, where you know help is available and you've been asking for it. Maybe you've seen a couple of things here and there to suggest that you are receiving help, but you're not exactly receiving the help that you want or you need. And maybe it's because you're just not asking in the right ways. Maybe you're not vocalizing the things that you have to offer in the right ways. This is a gentle nudge to reevaluate the way that you have gone about expressing yourself, your thoughts, your ideas, your experiences. And if you use this as your opportunity to learn, to grow, kind of like with this spider that weaves its web every single day, you get a little better each and every time. Don't hold on to the guilt and the shame about mistakes you may have made. See this as your opportunity to learn and to grow. And you will begin to weave the web that you were always meant to weave. You know you're meant to catch the flies, but you're not going to catch them by going to other people's webs and destroying it. Instead of wasting your energy on the destruction, focus on the creation. Build the most magnificent web that you can to catch as many insects as you can. I would like to get one more, please, Spirit. Stop giving your ideas away. Stop wasting the thoughts and the wisdom that you have. You're meant to share it with the world. You're meant to help others with it. But you can't do that if you continue to just give it away. Let it be taken from you by keeping your head completely in the clouds instead of grounding it down into something tangible. Hold your vision. Hold your ideas. Hold your energy. Spirit supports you in the things that you're trying to create. Spirit supports you in your dreams. Spirit supports your heart, your ambitions, your righteousness. And everything that you seek is also seeking you. But to find it, you're going to have to go through a metamorphosis. You got to let go of this need to control if you want to change the world in the ways that you want to. The change starts with you, your own personal transformation. Being brave and having courage is not necessarily about having the courage to go to war with someone else. Having courage is having the bravery to put yourself out there and to speak your truth in a way that doesn't cause harm, in a way that doesn't try to dominate or control another. Because that is what is going to draw people to you. That is what is going to get people to listen to the thoughts and the ideas that you have, what you're trying to create. If you want to create it, you have to soften and heal your need to control. I am getting a phone call. Hold on. Okay, I am back. I feel like that phone call happening was just this confirmation about the need to soften and heal that need to control and dominate the outside world and other people. A call to focus on your own wisdom. versus what everyone else is doing. And then I just noticed the cup of tea that I had earlier had this tag on it. When your inner and outer worlds harmonize, your relationships do too. Let go of this need to control, this need to dominate. Stop focusing on conflict, going head to head, and start focusing on sharing your wisdom and giving birth to your own personal creations. I would like to do just one more card for a little piece of advice. Let's see. One card for a piece of advice to close this message out, please, Spirit. What can you tell us? What piece of wisdom can help us release this need to control and dominate everything outside of us? Feel like that one's trying to peek out there. Admiration. I feel like this is about becoming your number one fan versus focusing on being a hater of everyone else. I've done it too. Like I said, this is something I have dealt with off and on my whole life, because I have spent a lot of my life feeling very powerless and out of control. So, as I've been in this state of survival, I've wanted to control everything around me and dominate everything around me. But it's about learning to focus on yourself. This card says, Spirit knows no time. The present is my eternity as a gift. And let's read what this card means. So, meditation and attention to details. It doesn't matter whether you perfectly know your daily environment, because the gift to marvel is often offered by each and every experience, and you can nurture it in your daily tasks. Stop a moment. Whisper the anamcharid. I honestly don't know that word. Can you tell me that word, people? Oh my gosh. Have you ever realized how modern life is just a frantic race where, like a puppet, you painfully and laborious learn to juggle work and your social and private lives? It is necessary to be contemplative in your existence in order to live things in depth. Take time to see through your experiences, to be at the heart of what you are doing rather than already running away to your next project or task, such as picking up the children from school on time, doing the dinner, shopping, or studying for an exam. Stop. The world belongs to its admirers. The smallest of tasks require much dedication as the most complex. Walk within yourself to discover the sensations of this body. You eat this bread, this seed, the wind and the rain, and become the earth. Everything becomes a miracle, everything in consciousness. So to me, this is a message about focusing on the small little blessings of life when the outside world feels very overwhelming with toxicity or things that you view as being harmful towards humanity. Whether it's the chaos going on in the world, chaos in our own personal lives, or things that we see others putting out into the world, energy that we see others putting out into the world, we don't want that energy to overtake our own. It's all about learning how to maintain your own frequency and vibration despite what is happening all around you. Because, like that tag said, when you come into harmony in your inner world, this is when the outer world and your relationships will reflect it. That need to control is not harmony, it's fear based, it's a survival instinct. But Spirit wants you to know that you're safe. You don't have to fight for control. You don't have to dominate. You're worthy. You're meant to share the knowledge that you have. But you're meant to be a creator, not a destroyer. The action for this card: exercise the art of contemplation. There are millions of ways to admire the tiny details of life. Appreciate the work of those who made your clothes, or seek the flow of the river when you turn on a tap. Your perception of reality highly influences your ability to be grateful and happy. If you are conscious enough of the movements of the universe within everything, you start to understand your place in the bigger picture. Well, that is the message that I have for you today. I really hope this resonated and helps someone else out there that may be struggling with this need to control and dominate. We're human. We all make mistakes. We've all done it. Anybody that tells you that they haven't, they're lying. As humans, for a long time, we have been imposing our will onto others. But it's good that we're starting to recognize it now, because acknowledging the harmful aspects, the shadow aspects, I don't even want to say harmful, because our shadows exist for a reason. They are trying to teach us something that we need in order to grow and to heal. But these shadow aspects of ourselves, I lost my train of thought when I added on there. Our shadows have purpose. They have place. They're trying to teach us. And the first step towards learning how to heal and have control over your own shadow, to integrate your shadow, is recognizing that it exists. And that is something you should be proud of yourself for. Show yourself some grace and some mercy for any mistakes that you have made. Show yourself some forgiveness. Be kind to yourself, because none of us are perfect. We're all humans just trying to figure this place out. And this place is quite a challenge. Well, I hope you have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day, night, week, month, year, and life. I'm so grateful that you're here. I love you so much. Remember to be curious, question everything. Most of all, stay sweet, honeybee. Sting when it counts.